When I was younger, I went on an adventure. Looking around, I found a strange structure with someone inside. I was really excited, as I thought I had found my first ever villager. So I rushed to the shore and walked up to him. I had read that you could give them emeralds for random items, so I brought him one. I had nightmares about it. I never forgot. It couldn't stay like this. But I was just a 7-year-old kid. I was powerless. But today I'm finally ready. And I'm not just killing a witch. No, I'm building an entire witch farm. A machine that will let me witness true massacre. Not for XP, not for redstone. No, this is personal. Before we can get our revenge, we need to understand our enemy. Witches are some of the strongest mobs in Minecraft. They heal themselves, throw slowness potions at you when you are far away so that they can catch up, then poison and harming potions, and before you know it, you are already dead. Except maybe this one, which apparently doesn't know how to aim. Okay, so you can find them at night, but it's pretty rare. Though in their huts, a lot more respawn. Knowing this was a great start, but nothing was built yet. That's why I spent a long time looking for some witch farms on the internet, and finally I thought I had found the perfect one. So, I went on a creative world to test it. The way it works is that snow golems shoot the witches, which take the aggro on the golem. So they start walking towards them and fall into a death pit. At first I was happy. A lot of witches were being killed. But something was off. I wanted to kill the witches myself, not automatically. I wanted true revenge and to see the witch kills go up in my statistics. The good news is that there is a version of this farm which brings them all to one spot for me to kill them myself. Okay, good, but any good revenge needs a plan. First, I'm going to get all the materials I need, find a witch hut, build a farm, and finally get my revenge. So I went ahead and got all the resources I was gonna need, including glass, which I didn't have enough of, so I had to smelt sand, which I didn't have either. So I went to my sand trooper, grabbed a bunch of sand, came back. Yo, this spawn is so cool. Then I smelted it, and boom, we have glass. Next we need building blocks, doors, signs, chests, hoppers, a carpet, buckets, soul sand, and kelp. I also needed to find some ice. I think it's this portal.
Bruh.
Well, apparently not. Let me break this really quick.
Huh?
Oh, maybe it's this one. Nope, not either. Aha, finally. How did this shipwreck get here? Alright, let's go back home now. What are you doing in my base, sir? Anyway, after getting everything, I went on an adventure once again, but this time it wasn't gonna end in the same way. And when I finally found the hut, yeah, same vibes, same danger, same trauma. Okay, maybe not that bad now that I have netherite armor. I then got to work building the farm, but as soon as I got started, I was hit by something. At this point, wasn't I becoming the villain in the story? So, feeling lost, I destroyed the hut, dug a hole, built the tube to collect the witches, began the wars, but then, completely demotivated, I quit for the day. Waking up, I felt restored, and I remembered what they had done to me, traumatizing a poor kid. My motivation was back, and I felt more ready than ever to complete my project and finally get my well-deserved revenge. This boost of energy was well needed, as the next step was gonna be quite tricky. I was gonna have to get zoglings. Yeah, you heard me right, zoglings. You see, they attack almost every other mobs, including hostile ones, so they are perfect to knock the witches off the spawning platform.
But why don't you just use water, bro?
Well, when water is being dispensed, no witches can spawn, so using zoglings will be more efficient. To get them, I'm gonna have to bring hoglins to the overworld. So, first I linked up a portal from the nether roof to the farm. Then I went in a nearby crimson forest and made a spawning platform. But I quickly saw that it wasn't gonna work as the platform was way too small. So I decided to go back down to the lower nether and get the hoglins there. I linked up a new portal and made a pathway to the closest crimson forest. And I also remembered to make name tags. Now it was just a matter of reloading the chunks until I had gotten all the hoglins I needed. Often I would get none, but sometimes a lot would spawn at the same time. Next I brought them to the overworlds one by one. And remembered to name tag them. As efficient as it is, this farm isn't about efficiency. It's about closure. I think younger me would be proud. To that witch from all these years ago, I didn't forget. And I think we are finally even.